Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the AMX 1357. It's a tier 7 French light tank, a premium light tank, and it's located on the south spawn of Erlenberg under the command of Fluffylilkitten. Now, this is a particularly interesting tank because although Wargaming put it into the game as tier 7, it didn't actually get produced. It was the one with the 57mm gun wasn't produced. The one with the 75mm gun, the 90mm gun and the 105mm, those were produced. Now, it's a wicked little tank. I've got one myself. I call it my little murder kitten. And I think that Fluffylilkitten calls it that too. And I call it my murder kitten because it's got 7 rounds in the magazine. You just drive up to an enemy tank, circle them, firing round after round into them, chipping away at them, and effectively clawing them to death. And Fluffylilkitten's up on the east side of the map and looking forwards, and that poor pilot is dying again. As I keep saying, I'm sure it's the wife who shot him down. She's claiming the insurance money. Okay. Looking for the enemy. 1 second between each shot when you fire them. And most of them have got fairly good penetration. He's using APCR, which means that he can do 90 hit points of damage and 195mm of penetration. And first target's turned up. It's a T-43. The next development up from the T-3485. Tier 7 Soviet medium. He didn't fire at it because he didn't want to reveal his position, not just yet. He's spotting for his team, letting them know where the enemy is. And hopefully there'll be some shots on that T-43. He'll pick up the spotting damage. Now, the AMX 13 tank is, well, it's the winner of the competition for the French light tank design. The AMX 12 ton and the Batchat 12 ton were both in the competition, but it was the AMX 13 ton which actually won. And they not only produced light tanks out of it, they even turned it into an Arty. And that's where the AMX 13 F3 comes from, with a 155mm howitzer. Well, that Scorpion's taking a very forward position. Very forward. He's very lightly armoured. If he gets spotted, he's going to get very badly damaged very quickly. Yeah, well, he's already received 1 round. Lost 21% of his health. But he did put a round into the T-43, but yep, he lost it all. And that's because he shouldn't really be there. What he should be doing is shooting from the rear and watching what Fluffylilkitten's spotting. So that was a bit of a waste. You see, what Fluffylilkitten's doing is very smart. Just sits here, waits until he can find something that either he spots for his team or that he can attack with impunity. That T-43 keeps popping up. Okay, I think they've got the east side covered because they haven't got a tank up there still spotting. It's that medium, but I get the feeling that Fluffylilkitten is going to do some work on the west side of the map. Oh, no, they've been into the building. Okay. No. Not yet. Now, an unusual thing about the AMX 13, which you may not know, is the engine is actually up front. The driver sits on the right side. You can just see his viewports there. And the engine's on the left side of the vehicle. Oh, just if you didn't know that. And to get the engine out, they have to dismantle it inside the vehicle and then squeeze it out through the hatch. And again, that's something that not a lot of people know. Not unless you've dismantled one yourself, which of course I haven't, but I do know about it because I know somebody who has actually dismantled an AMX 13. Mind you, it was the AMX 1375 that he did. Now, LTG. It's round the other side of the building. He's turning, he's moving up. There's a Carnarvon to the left. Okay. Now the LTG is same tier, it's tier 7, but Carnarvon's tier 8. And can't converse into that slot, that hole. He's up against the wall, backing up. And he's turned around, he's driving the other side. Now he's going to go through the gap. Ooh. He's got some company, and there's a Lorraine 40 ton. Oh, he's driving into walls. I think we might have to breathalyze you, sir. I think he's had too many beers. But he's going for the Carnarvon. He's low on health. Yep, locked on. 1 shelling. 2, 3, 4, 5. Takes the kill. And that's what the murder kit is famous for doing. Okay, is he going to pop a reload? He's only got 3 shells left. And that Lorraine is full health. He's going to use the shell. And he's fired all 3 that he had. He's now in long reload. 14.59 seconds. He needs to get out of there because he's receiving fire from Object 704. He has got the building partially covering him, but he's loaded. Now he can go to town. He takes out the 40 ton. That's 2 kills of higher tier tanks. And he's into the gap. Can he get over? No. He's turned around, coming back out the other way. This starts to provide him some cover from that Object 704. And he's right over the far side of the map on the island. Or at least that's what it appears to be. There are 2 tanks behind at the moment. And Fluffylilkitten's popped for a reload. Now he does really need the help of his teammates to take out that 704. He'll find it a little difficult to kill on his own. There is a Cannon d'Assaut nearby, but he's pulling back. He's actually going back to the K9. And that's not going to help. Oh, into the wall again. Now he didn't lose any hit points when he was fired at by the 704, luckily. But, oh, he's going to go for it. He's going to try and find him into the water. Quick bath. Is the 704 still here? Yes, it is. And he's going to try and get him. Oh, he fired but missed. Now he can get behind him and just keep plugging him full of holes. Oh, he's been flipped. But he keeps firing. Oh, thank God he didn't turn over. But he's in reload now. Now he needs to stick to the rear of that Object 704 because he doesn't want that 704 to fire some more into him. Oh, 704's been killed, thankfully, by the Object 257. But he takes a round from the Scorpion, and luckily it's only 264. It could have been a lot higher. He's using the water for cover now. Now he just needs to sit here for a little moment and get unsighted. Enemy Arty is an M12, and I think that was a round from the enemy Arty that hit the water. But they got rid of that 704, and that was a dangerous opponent. So, the question is, where is the next one? Well, the only heavy tanks we've got left are the Tiger 1 and the Object 257, and they're both down to about 20% of their, or 30% of their health. So it looks like Fluffylilkitten's going to have to do a bit of scouting ahead to try and find the enemy, so they can decide how they're going to attack him. Now, there's those 2 Scorpion Gs. That's going to be a problem. They're both in platoon. And one of them's got 3 kills already. That may be the one who just hit him. Oh, he's been spotted. And, oh, it's the Sturmill and the Scorpion. He needs to get into Deflade. Oh, that's the Sturmill. Ouch, that hurt. That was 323. He's in Deflade at the moment, but he can't stay here forever. He might have to turn around and go back. Yeah, he needs to keep his head above water as well. Otherwise, yep, he's doing it periodically. And the trouble is, if the Scorpion comes over here, he could just jump on top of him and kill him. Hopefully the Scorpion won't, because the Scorpion probably doesn't know where the 257 or the others are. They've taken up defensive positions in the south. This is a very awkward position to be in, and the big worry is that that Sturry Mill might be lining him up for a shot. Okay, he's used his first aid kit. You can see where that shot went in. It was right through the driver's hatch area. That's why he lost the driver. If it had been slightly to the left, it would have taken out his engine as well. Okay, this is a good move. He's back into the bushes. Now, was he seen? But he can certainly see the Sturry Mill. So, Arty, go to town on him. Take him out. He's asking for help. He's asking for fire. Arty ought to hit him by now. You don't get targets better than that. And there he is again. He's dropped below the line. I don't think he can see Fluffylilkitten. He's going to pop back into the bush. He's looking this way, I think. But I don't think he can see Fluffylilkitten. I think he thinks Fluffylilkitten's still in the water. And for a brief moment there, I think you could see there was the Scorpion. And I think the Scorpion drowned. Oh my god, the enemy Scorpions drowned, or one of them did. That's the Tier 7 American Scorpion, by the way. Not the Scorpion Gs. They're still in the game. And in fact, actually, both of them are in the south. That's why they didn't come over. The 257's moving up on the Sturry Mill. And it might be a good idea now for Fluffylilkitten to think about moving on that Sturry Mill. Because if 257's approaching, that Sturry Mill's going to be lining him up for a shot. And if Fluffylilkitten distracts the Sturry Mill, and I think he is going to go for it. Okay, he's going to look. He is taking aim. 1 in, 2, 3. Oh, those are not connecting. And the Sturry Mill now knows where he is, but the Object 257's made it to the hill, made it to the gap, and he's got another round in. And here's the 257 to finish off the Sturry Mill, and he gets the kill. And that's all down to Fluffylilkitten distracting the Sturry Mill at just the right moment. And now he's capping. And we found the enemy Arty, the M12. He's trying to get a reset, and he's been killed by the 257. Good work. Now the enemy's at a disadvantage because they've got an LTG and 2 Scorpions. But we've got the cap, and we've got the firepower to hold it. A Cannon d'Assaut is arriving, and he's got 100% health. Meanwhile, our STG and our M12 are protecting our own cap. The enemy's going to have to come back to try and get a reset, and more than likely they're going to come through the buildings. More than likely. But we do have the Cannon d'Assaut. Oh, the Scorpion's been seen. He's trying to cross towards our cap. Oh, we just got our STG. But I think we've got them now because there's only 4, 3, 2, 1. They've won. They capped out. Well done, Fluffylilkitten. That was a really good game. Nicely done. And just as the clock was ticking down again, and here's the battle results. It was the second-class tanker for Fluffylilkitten in the AMX 1357. He also managed to get a spotter's badge for spotting at least 1,000 hit points of damage for his team, a fire for effect for doing more damage than the hit points to his own vehicle, and he got an Orlik medal. He took out 2 higher-tier opponents, enemy tanks or tank destroyers, with a light tank in one battle. And that was, of course, the Canon and the Lorraine 40 ton. which were both tier 8, and he did that with a tier 7 tank. So congratulations on getting that. And the win rate for the battle was 3437. So let's have a look at the team score. Well, there you go. On damage wise, it was the Object 257 who did the most. He picked up a high caliber top gun, tank sniper and steel wall, and some of that was thanks to Fluffylilkitten, because he managed to get that or keep that Stura mill interested whilst the 257 was on approach. So 7,901 hit points. Then the STG came in with 1594, and then we got Fluffylilkitten with 1516. And the enemy team, their Scorpion G did 3285, and the Object 430 did 3038. When it came to kills, it was the Object 257 who managed to get a top gun. He got 6 kills. On the enemy team, their Scorpion G got 5, and then Fluffylilkitten managed to get 2 kills. And when it came to base XP, it was the 257 again, managed to get the highest amount, 1486. Then Fluffylilkitten with 1050, and then we have to look to, actually, it's the Scorpion G on the enemy team with 652 in the next one. So let's have a look at the detail report. Well, he fired 26 rounds during that battle. He got 19 direct hits, 18 penetration, damage of 1516, and 372 of that was at more than 300 meters. He received 3 hits from the enemy. 2 of them were penetrations, 1 was a non-penetration. That was from the 704, the original one, which actually just hit him in the tracks. He spotted 3 enemy vehicles, damaged 4 of the enemy, killed 2 of them, and did damage assistance of 2,046 hit points, and he managed to get 67 capture points at the end. On a premium count, he earned 74,108 credits, got 37,054 for the Halloween mission completion, and that brought up a total of 111,162 credits. Shows how good an earner the AMX 1357 is, and after repair, ammunition and consumables, he still took away 9,424 credits. So you might ask, why is that so small? Remember, he was firing APCR throughout this battle, and that's why he got so many good penetrations. You can do this tank, or play this tank, with standard AP. In fact, I play with a mix of 50-50 on both, but most people like to play their 1357 with pure APCR, because it then guarantees that you will get the penetrations that you need in order to murder enemy tanks as soon as you come across them. He picked up 1 bond. That was for the which award? Sorry, it was the Orlik's. Yes, get it right. It was the Orlik's medal. He managed to get 1 bond for that. He picked up 1,575 XP. Got ×2 for the first victory of the day, and he got a mission completion reward of 1576, plus the premium vehicle bonus 315, bringing up a total of 5,041 experience points altogether. So he says, again, I don't care if I'm a light tank, and that's exactly the attitude to take with the AMX 1357. Just run around the battlefield, annihilating anyone, and you don't care who they are, you just take them on and start playing with them. And in fact, actually, I find that this tank can be very annoying to heavy tanks. If you circle a heavy tank with one of these, they really do know they're in a lot of trouble, because they have to focus on you, and whilst they're doing that, the heavy tanks that they're facing suddenly get bold enough to actually take them out the game. So if you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.